Togo is a small country about the size of West Virginia. The village of Bassar is 400 kilometers north of the capital. That's where I used to live, that's where I was a Peace Corps volunteer, and that's where I base my operation. We were doing a water project in Punkasi on the other side of town back in, it would be 2012. The school director and the assistant school director caught wind that we were doing a water service over there, and they came over, visited, and requested water service themselves. Banida is a school of, back then, was 260 students. This year, because of the push to get all kids to not be working in the fields, but to go to school, enrollment has gone up to 303 students. So the need was even more. When we got the original request for water, and it was written by the director of the school, she said the problem for the school was on any given day there were 10 children sick. And it was her belief, or the school's belief, that the problem was coming directly from the water that was being sold and or given out, and some of the food prep to the children at break and at lunchtime. And it was her hope to do, much like the church we had done the year before at Punkasi, is to get them water to drink, but also potable water. So two things: get water, but get good drinking water. This water is not chlorinated or fluoride, but it does come from a deep water well. It is as good as it gets over there. And with the sponsorship of the United Church of Christ here in North Gorham, there was ample funds to do the water service project. It came in at approximately $410. And that $410 is to tap the main line, a water meter, a shut-off, and I hired the water department to do everything and got them to warranty it, so that if there's ever an issue that the school, all they have to do is call the water department and everything is taken care of. There's nothing private about it. Plus, after that, with the remaining funds of $90 to assist in the completion of a maternity that the negotiator who helped with all this is building in Nangbani, close to Bassar. There is a saying over there, and I'm going to say it in French, sans l'eau, pas de vie. Without water, there is no life. And it's pretty simple, and it all basically gets back to that. Part of the reason is we put the water service in was because the kids had been getting dirty water and getting sick. So after the water service was put in, we then put in a hand washing station, which was paid for by the kids of New Hampshire. That was Mr. Harding's class. They took care of that, and a hand washing station is approximately a $200 project, and it's literally buckets with holes in them, and it drips water down. It's all done by hand, and the kids get to wash their hands. With the idea, it eventually turns into a health class, and the whole project was put close to where the local women sell their food for the kids at break time, and it was received very well, because everybody knows that there's issues with the water, and there's issues with kids not washing their hands. Part of my request to have a photo of the congregation is over there, most of the people are Christian, and then there is a segment is Muslim. So when I told them that the church that I attend, and I showed them a photo, they understand the church, because the church over there, particularly the Catholic mission and the nuns, do a significant amount of work, and probably they are and I've worked with the nuns in the past. They are probably the longest standing aid organization in Togo. So when you say the church is doing this, it's instant recognition. So when we do the inauguration, I let them know who's paying for it, and that's part of the singing and the dancing and the thank yous. Should everything go to plan, we will return next year, focusing primarily on water projects, well projects going farther out of the village area, Beachy Bay, that sort of area, headed west closer to the Ghana line.